All praises, all honor, all glory be unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostle elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace and salutation to all the Akim doing and pushing this word in sincerity and truth worldwide, and a sincere shalom to the elect. I wanted to get into this real quick. The brother had uploaded this. Civil unrest, ICE raids in LA forced Trump to deploy the National Guard. Okay? And a lot of you two-thirds Israelites, this is why we keep telling you, don't put your trust into this man. He was created to be the devil, okay? As Romans tells us right here, Romans 9:21, have not the potter power over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor, that's us, the Israelites, and another unto dishonor, okay? Remember, this man is, let me get this real quick here. Let me get this scripture real quick, man. You guys, you keep putting your trust into this man, joining hand in hand with him, going down to Egypt, putting your strength into Egypt, you're going to get a bitter surprise, man. That's why Isaiah chapter 36:6 says what it says. You want to put your trust into him at the end, you're going to see what it is, man. Okay? And it's not going to be nice. Matthew chapter 13 and verse 38. The field is the world. The good seed are the children of the kingdom. But the tares are the children of the wicked one. Okay? There's three classifications of men. You got the sons of God. That's us, Yasharallah. The sons of men, these are the nations, and the sons of the wicked, okay? The damn devil, all right? And that's Esau, Edom, all right? Genesis, was that 6:2? Also, you can go into that too and see the sons of men, the sons of God, right? So you guys want to put your trust in the tares, those are the ones, you got, as we would say, chocolate Edomites, all right? But, let's get into this lesson here, man, because you Israelites, man, you want to put your trust, you two-thirds want to put your trust into this man. And this man here was weeping, okay? Weeping. Go watch the video, Yahweh wa Yahushai Ibadza, okay? Go watch the video, make your own video on it, if need be, you get the inspiration through the Spirit, and that's that. So let's go into this real quick. Devil always a devil, okay? Trump deploys National Guards, as you see the brother put it up there, okay? This is why we always tell you, don't trust this man. Don't be believing in his words, man. That's why Jeremiah 17 and verse 5 says what it says. Thus saith Yahweh, cursed be the man that trusteth in man and maketh flesh his arm, and whose heart departed from Yahweh. Blessed is the man that trusteth in Yahweh, whose hope Yahweh is. And we trust in Yahweh. We're not trusting in no fucking Trump, okay? We have the spirit to understand that, Romans chapter 15 and verse 4, these events have taken place already, okay? Meaning, when you go into, when you read the scriptures, you'll be forewarned. The prudent man will foresee these things. You'll be forewarned about these events coming up, because when you read the scriptures and you see the events from the past, is something called history repeats itself, all right? So if you're a man of wisdom and trusting in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, you would understand, history repeats itself. And the Lord already gave us prophecy to know how the course of this time is going to go and who's going to be empowered, Job 9:24, okay? So when you look what we went through in the past, and you tally up to this time here, remember, we're not in our own land. We're in the hands of the enemy. So went the story then, so goes the story now. Okay? History repeats itself. The time of Noah, the time of Lot, and various others, so look now. Okay? So, that's what you get for trusting in this man. But we all we could do is cry aloud and spare not, man. And the Lord is the one that's gonna do the, all right, you come in, you get out, you get out. You know what I mean? The picking and choosing. Proverbs chapter 26 and verse 25, when he speaketh fair, okay, believe him not. Yeah, they up on those podiums. We're gonna help you blacks. We're gonna do all this stuff for you people, man. Don't worry about it. We got you. Okay? We got you. Don't worry about it, man. When he speaketh fair, believe him not. For there are 7 abominations in his heart, in his mind, okay, whose hatred is covered by deceit. The same, when he was speaking fairly, that was the deceit within his heart, okay? He covered it with smooth words. He covered it with glossed words, with words where you're like, oh yeah, shit, they're going to take care of us, man, yeah. You know what I'm saying? They're down for us, man. Look how he's speaking, man. He say he gonna implement this so our kids don't starve and we have good education and this and that, right? And the next thing you know, what? He flips the script on you, okay? Whose hatred is covered by deceit, his wickedness shall be shown before the whole congregation. Yeah, and it's too late for your ass. By the time he rears up his head, it's too late for your ass, man. This is why this scripture says this. Best believe that in his heart, he want to kill you, okay? Psalms chapter 55 and verse 21. The words of his mouth, whose mouth? Esau, Edom, were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. War was in his mind, man. So going back into Proverbs chapter 26 and 5, when he speaketh fair, believe him not, man, because this guy is up to something. The devil is always the devil. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords, man. You guys don't understand. This devil will tell you, yes, I love you. Yeah, this is what's going to happen, blah, 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 Oh, this is, I'm looking out for you guys, you know what I mean? This is it, Yeah. I'm gonna make sure that all you guys get, what you need for your family. And I remember one time one of these people were speaking, people were shouting out, we need this, we need that. And I can't remember who it was. And they were pointing at the people as they were saying these things, and like, don't worry, we got you covered. Like whoever the guy was, I can't remember who the fuck the person was, man. And I was laughing. I think this was even before I was in the truth. I was laughing. I was like, these niggas don't got you, man. This is a fucking scam, a joke. It could have been Obama, man. Because they'll always put a puppet like that, up in place, right? But anyways, war is in his heart, man. This man don't give a fuck about you and your little picnics, little Tyrone and all this shit. He don't give a shit about little Tyrone, okay? He don't give a shit about Shaniqua. He don't care about none of that, none of you people. Who he cares for? He cares for his own, meaning his own household. And sometimes, hey man, this devil, that's why the scripture tell you if the Lord don't return soon enough, he'll kill his own self, man. There'll be no flesh to save. Come on now. Once a devil, always a devil, okay? Sirach chapter 12 and 13. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come nigh wild beast, right? And you see a lot of these Edomites out in the fucking wilderness, and they think a little raccoon or otter is so cute, or even like a wolf, or a raccoon or anything, and they try to approach it. And these Edomite women, they're sick. They try to approach it, bring it home, and lay down with it. And even the Edomite men, okay, they're sick, okay? But anyways, and going into the serpent, you know what a serpent is. So who will pity such a person? Okay, you knew this person was a damn snake when you picked him up, right? Or you knew this person was that way, that type of attitude, right? So, we're looking at you like you're stupid. We warned you about these people. We warned you about these individuals, man. You did not listen. Okay. Whatever enticement you were in, I gotta get the money. I gotta get the EBT. I gotta get the whatever the fuck, right? The housing, this and that. I gotta go to this man. That's your business, man. We warned you. Okay? We warned you. Verse 16, an enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagined how to throw thee in a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if he findeth opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. This man, he'll pretend in front of you, man. He'll do all this get up and gimmicks. And remember, Trump and them was dancing with people on stage. Stupid Kamala Harris hiring all these rap artists. That's all the showboating and sale to get you niggas, to go vote for them and shit, right? That's why it says, speaking sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagined how to throw thee in a pit, right? These people, they get up there and they do all this bread and circus show and entertainment for you, but the things that they're going to enforce and deploy, it's not helpful to you, okay? It's detrimental to you. And it tells you he will weep with his eyes. Yeah, these guys get up here and they try to pretend like they're for your cause. They're not for your fucking cause, Jake. You Jakes, you're going to find out. When Jacob's trouble comes, man, that's when you're really going to find out. That's when Ezekiel 2:4, Amos 8:11, all these scriptures are going to impact you. Because you shall not find the men of the Lord. You're going to be running to and fro to find them, right? And you won't be able to find them. You're going to be seeking high and low to seek the men of the Lord, and you won't be able to find them, man. We'll be tucked away. Lord's will. There's a scripture that I wanted here. Nope, that's not it. 19. Sirach, I haven't gotten in this one in a while. Yep. Sirach 19 and verse 26. There's a wicked man that hangeth down his head sadly, but inwardly he is full of deceit, casting down his conscience, and making as if he heard not. Where he is not known, he will do thee a mischief before thou be aware. And if for a want of power he be hindered from sinning, yet when he findeth opportunity, he will do evil. You guys don't understand, man. Put water in a broken vessel and see how fast the water seeps out there. That's exactly how fast this man clings to his murderous rage against us, man, to his wicked, deceitful ways, okay? As fast as that water you pour into a vessel and it has a crack in it, and that's like Esau, okay? That's just like Esau. Sirach 13 and 17. What fellowship have the wolf with the lamb, so the sinner with the godly? What agreement is there between the hyena and a dog? And what peace between the rich and poor? As the wild ass is the lion's prey in the wilderness, so the rich eat up the poor. As the proud hate humility, so doeth the rich abhor the poor. So these people look at you as peons, man. You think these rich people are really looking out for you? Because these presidents, they're rich. They got money. These puppets that they put in place. And then you got to remember, these guys are just vassals. We're serfs. They're vassals. And then they got their lords over them. The elites, okay? The wicked of the wicked, okay? The devil of the devil, okay? So you got to keep these things in mind, consider. And 2/3 Jakes, they don't consider. And like I said, history repeats itself. Let's go into 1 Maccabee here. And they don't care about reading the Bible, right? They don't care about hearing the Bible. They care about getting down at night, Friday nights. Friday night, that's a national night for fucking and drinking and smoking and going crazy, right? That's a national thing in North America. Every week, Friday, there's some kind of crazy shit going on. And everybody going to the alcohol stores, going to their local weed shops, going to their fucking local mushroom shops, and whatever else is on the fucking list. And they go out, they party, they get high. Spirits are all, this is Babylon, man. They end up somebody's hotel waking up. Oh, we have a film of you. You were wild last night. This is a wicked place, man. First Maccabee chapter 1 and verse 29. And after 2 years fully expired, the king sent his chief collectors of tribute unto the cities of Judah, who came unto Jerusalem with a great multitude, and spake peaceable words. This is the point. Unto them, but all was deceit. For when they had given him credence, they fell suddenly upon the city and smote it very sore, Salakia, and destroyed much people of Israel. And when he had taken the spoils of the city, he set it on fire and pulled down the houses and walls thereof on every side. But the children and women took they captive and possessed the cattle. So you see how this man moves? You see how this man operates? This is why the scriptures talk about when they shall speak of peace and safety, right? For when they shall speak, 1 Thessalonians 5 and 3, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Okay? And it goes on to tell you, we are not in darkness. Okay? We have the light. Okay? We are the children of the light. So we know that, hey, you see these guys right here talking about peace and safety. Don't worry, we're going to help you, Jakes. We're here for you. You know what I mean? Read Romans 15 and verse 4. Written aforetime for what? For our learning, man. Because a pattern is here. History repeats itself, man. The Lord said he take down one and put up another. Jeremiah chapter 28 and 8, he sends the prophets. You see what zone we're in? We see what time we're in? The prophets are risen. This truth has been out here for about 65 years, if I'm not mistaken. Almost 70 years almost, if I'm not mistaken. Romans chapter 15 and verse 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. Because we are given a guideline. We are given a way to walk, to please Yahweh Shem Yahushai, in such the same ways that prophets walked and were saved, okay? They were protected by Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You understand? So we're reading this guideline. We're seeing, hey, history repeats itself. And we're seeing, hey, the devil is always the devil, man. The devil is always a devil. And say it again, the devil is always a devil, man. And Nero, he done deployed the National Guards on your ass, man. All you two-thirds that want to, yeah, Trump, yeah, that's our man, that's our man. We say it because we know he's ushering in a time to come that we're speaking about, okay? That's why we'll say, yeah, Trump, our man, But in other words, we don't like that motherfucker. To hell with him. Who the hell is he? He's one of our enemies, okay? The same enemy that gonna speak sweetly with his lips, all right? So, hey, with that, all praises, all honor, all glory be unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostle elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace and salutation to Allah Akim doing and pushing his word in sincerity and truth worldwide. And a sincere shalom to the elect. I hope you're edified. And hey, add on to the video. Go watch the brother's video. Don't just listen here. Just go watch the brother's video. Catch the inspiration, through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And if you do a video, tag me in it. Please, Baruch Shah. And with that, hey, like I said, man, you guys want to put your trust into this devil, you're going to see what happens at the end, man. So with that, Shalom Akim.